Hi everyone, welcome back to Mommy Talk Show. I'm Joyce Brewer, the creator and host of Mommy Talk Show. We actually have a question from Lori Morrison, who owns the Main Street School of Art here in Tucker, where we're actually having the show. Now Lori, you wanted to talk about launching your business, what has helped you stay focused and, create your dream.
Right. Well, everybody has a dream of something they want to do. Especially being stay-at-home moms or working moms. You want to have a business where you're your own boss, you set your own schedule, you can be with your kids more, but yet still make a difference in the world, earn an income, whatever you need to do. And so everybody talks about, oh, I had this idea. I want to have a brownie business, or I want to start an art school, or whatever. And I think you have to believe in yourself first, the confidence that you can do it. And then realize that, what you're wanting to do, put it into context. You're not trying to be the next Madonna and take over the world. That's kind of impossible. But what you're wanting to do is it's reachable, it's tangible. And it's also like eating an elephant, where you don't eat it all in one bite. You take one bite at a time. So you just figure out what your steps are to get there, do lots of research because there's lots of legal stuff and you have to get things approved by the county a lot of times. And just take it one day at a time, one step at a time, and don't give up. Just believe that you can do it.
Now, Michelle, since you're about to launch your company, what goes through your mind when you hear Lori talk about what's worked for her and how she broke a big picture down into small pieces?
Well, it completely applies to me because that's the story of my life, breaking it down into small pieces. Because when I got this quote-unquote dream, I didn't always have a dream of inventing things. That was not always my dream. It was something that came about basically after I had my first child 3 years ago. So the idea of being an inventor was not something that I even fathomed, so I didn't know anything about it. So it was a whole big new world, so I had no choice but to break it into small pieces. Because I didn't know anything about it. I did not know people were out there inventing things for a living and selling products. That was completely new to me. So to find out about manufacturing, to find out about patents, it was all steps and all pieces, and I just really had no choice but to do that. So that totally is what I had to do.
And then Felicia, I looked at your website last night. I really poured over it, and I'm like, so not only does she have to get these items, she has different fonts, she has different things, you have to coordinate that with orders. Is that a complicated process that you had to look at as a whole but then break down into pieces?
Oh, definitely, because each item is personalized by the customer, and no two people are alike. One person may want this style and another person may want another style, and different color threads. It just really depends on the person's taste. So yes, there's a lot of planning and breaking things down into little steps. It could take a little bit of time, but I love doing it and makes me happy.
So what has worked for you in creating, making your dream a reality?
Practice, making a lot of mistakes, learning from my mistakes, just keep doing what I love to do. Looking at what other people do and not taking their ideas, but kind of spinning off on ideas that I've seen. Just really researching and just taking one thing at a time, because if I have too many things in my head, I just get overwhelmed, and it's like I tend to kind of push back and kind of freeze a little bit. So I have to kind of take it step by step so I don't get overwhelmed.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I can say for me, what I've learned is that although we all have individual ideas, somebody has already done something like what you're doing. So it's not to say you're not being creative, but you could go find that information out somewhere. Twitter has helped me tremendously, and I've told Lori that she needs to get on Twitter, because there is someone out there with an art school just like yours that maybe you could share curriculum, maybe you could share different things, so you're not reinventing the wheel, so you're not staying up late. You can just say, hey, I'll do this part if you just do this part, and you'd be amazed at what people are willing to do in a barter or exchange sort of way.
Right.
Do you think that's true?
Oh yeah, of course, yes. I'm gonna get on Twitter one day. I will.
Okay.
Today.
All right, we're going to talk about Twitter next, and we're going to convince Lori to get on, and then we're going to have a whole social media discussion. Is there something wrong? Okay. My husband just made a weird face behind the camera. So we're going to talk about Twitter and social media next on Mommy Talk Show.